Hey, I'm Adam Jusko from ProudMoney.com, and in this video I'm going to look at the pros and cons of automatic bill pay, and I'm going to tell you why I choose not to do it. Before I do that, I would ask you to please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you have not already, and if you have, I thank you for doing so. So we're going to look at the pros and cons, the advantages and disadvantages of automatic bill payments. And in that cons section, I'll tell you why I choose not to do automatic bill payments, at least as much as possible. Now, if you don't know, auto bill pay or automatic bill payments is essentially allowing whoever you owe money to either get direct access to your bank account or to your credit or debit card to pay your bills each month. So it might be your cell phone service, it might be utilities, it might be your credit card company pulling from your bank account. Whoever it is, you're giving them access to take your charges out for the month directly from you without you actually having to do anything. The money is just taken out. Now, there are advantages to doing this, and the big one is that your bills get paid, and they get paid on time. So you don't have to worry about there being any possibility of late fees or anyone coming after you for a payment that you forgot to make. And for a lot of people, that is a big plus, especially if you're someone that maybe has had problems in the past with that, or maybe it's hurt your credit and you're trying to rebuild your credit. Making sure your bills get paid on time every month is a big step towards making sure you don't sort of end up in that same hole again, or it can help you to climb out of that hole. Now, it's obviously easy and convenient too. You don't have any stress about the bill. You don't have to worry about sending your payments in by mail. So there's really just this whole sort of load off your mind in terms of getting those bills paid. And you also don't have if you have mail, having to go to the mailbox and all that kind of stuff. So in essence, you don't have to think about it. It just gets done. So, and that is a huge thing. You have a lot of things going on in your life, and so the automatic bill pay allows you to get this thing done. You make sure everything's on time, and you don't have to worry about it. But the fact that you don't have to think about it is also, to me, the biggest downside of using automatic bill payment. It's really sort of one of the reasons, or the big reason, I guess, that I don't use it. My issue is that every month, when your bill is just being taken directly out of your account, you're not necessarily thinking about it in the same way as you would have if you had to pay that bill every month. You're kind of not feeling the pain of that payment, and you're not necessarily tracking your payments as well as you would otherwise. When I have to take a little extra time to pay my bills manually, I think more about the money. I'm thinking about, how much am I spending? How does this spending correspond to what I've spent in the past? Is there, a reason that this bill has gone up? And do I even want this service that I'm paying for, or this product that I'm paying for anymore? Every time I have to do that and, either scan down a paper bill or look at something online and see the transactions, it makes me think a little bit more about my spending. When it's just coming out, you think less about your spending. So obviously that means that you can easily overspend. So, and this is part of the reason that companies want to get you an auto pay. One is that it's cheaper for them because they don't have to send you, paper bills out as much if you do auto pay. But the other thing is they also know that you are less likely to, cancel their service if prices go up. You're less likely to notice if there's new charges that, maybe weren't there in the past. They might tell you about those charges, but you might see them in a way that, doesn't necessarily correspond to when you are paying that bill or when it's being taken out of your account. Now, you probably know that, services like magazine subscriptions or health clubs often will give you, some free months up front, and then they will automatically start charging your credit card beyond that time. And you can cancel it whenever you want to, but they also know that what generally happens is you don't cancel it at all, because when the money is being automatically taken from you or it's automatically going onto a credit card, most people are going to be lazy and they're going to let those charges continue to happen, even if they don't necessarily want the product or service anymore that they originally signed up for. So that's sort of the big thing to me. You need to feel the pain. You need to keep sort of track of what's going on in your life and not sort of let yourself get lazy. And I think automatic payments let you do that. Now, some other issues with automatic payments, if your balance is not high enough and you haven't tracked it very well, you could have someone coming in trying to take money out of your account. you have insufficient funds, you're going to get charged from your bank. You could get a late fee from the whoever is wants their bill paid as well. Stopping can also be hard. This goes a little bit along with the laziness, but on the other end, sometimes you also have companies that they're more than happy to get you on auto bill pay, and they will hound you until you start doing it. But then once you want to get rid of it, it's a lot harder. You might have to make a call. You might have to sit on hold for a while. Whatever the situation is, oftentimes getting out of auto pay is much more difficult than getting in was. And then the last thing is when you have, in particular, when you allow someone to access your bank account, either directly or via a debit card, you have that possibility of someone coming in and actually stealing it. If the company is hacked and someone can get into your bank account, then obviously they then have the possibility of getting in and stealing your money, and that can be a hassle, and you may lose some money before you kind of get it all worked out. So those are all things to consider. Now, for many people, I understand that the pros outweigh the cons, but I do believe that there are cons to consider, and I hope I've sort of given a balanced view of them, even though my inclination is to go on the con side of things. So thanks for watching. Please go to proudmoney.com for other personal finance news and reviews and other good stuff too. Thanks.